Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome to a brand new series. We are playing, can you guess it? Foundation. So Foundation is like a medieval city builder, economy tycoon type game. Okay, and it is in like early alpha still, so bear in mind. And it is at this stage only available to kind of pledges of the game. Okay, so let's get straight into it. I'm very excited about this. This is really the kind of stuff that I absolutely love. City builder, and yes, it's going to be fun. So I'm not sure what this is. Obviously can't change that. Let's go for a bit of a coastal map. And let's see if what we get here. Okay, I have had a quick look at the tutorial, so I'm not going to do that now. We need to start by selecting ourselves a bit of starting location, and what I want to do is just make sure that we've got some decent resources nearby. So we've got some berries over here and some stone. There's obviously tons of lumber or wood over here, and then I think there's iron as well, and there's some more berries just next door, so, and some more over here. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with this one. Okay, so immediately we want to do a village center. The game is still paused, so let's grab a village center. And I love the way, oh, and just again, as it's in very early alpha, there's a lot of content and rebalancing and things like that still be added and changed and so on. So don't take anything you see here as kind of the main thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the lumber camp or woodcutters up here. Obviously there's some berry collection and foraging that's going to happen over here, and then there's some stone cutting that's going to happen over here. So this area is going to be my kind of industrial gathering area. This area may be where I do some farming, stuff like that. And then the residential is probably going to go towards this area over here. Something like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just place the town center fairly central like that. So there's my town center. I'm going to pause the game and we'll quickly going to lay out the lumber camps and all of their other basic needs. Okay, so this is going to be kind of the lumber camp over here. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to need is the gatherer's hut. So we're going to place that over there. The next thing we're going to need is the stone cutters camp. So we'll do that like so. Okay, and what I love about this game is that it's extremely organic. So I'll show you what that means in a bit. Oh, we need a well. The well I will do just next to the village center. And the next thing we're going to need is a berry market to sell our berries at. Just want to have a look, and I'm going to do that kind of here. There we go. So there we go. That's a starting point. Now what we need to do, and very similar to most games like this, you have to actually assign workers something to do. Okay, so at the moment we've got absolutely nothing, so I'll just make everybody a builder. Okay, everybody will be a builder, and anyway, until we have all of these buildings up and running. And you'll see we spent a lot of money to make that happen. Okay, so let's get cracking on our speed here. Okay, we have a new quest. We need to reach a weekly profit of 500. At the moment we're at 0. And yeah, it's probably going to take us a little bit to get there. So this is, you can immediately start seeing these guys are actually walking up and down here, so it's kind of forming a little bit of a path. The other thing that I want to show you is these zones. So paint development zones. So you can't actually build houses, they build their own houses. And then there's stuff like extraction and forbidden land. I don't know. Nobody will walk on Lord's land. Ah, okay. So anyway, labor camp is complete. So let's paint an extraction zone. Okay, so everything you want gathered needs to be in an extraction zone. Otherwise, they're not going to gather it. So let's actually, what I want to do is let's just trim that back a little bit. I want to keep just the kind of the urban designer in me wants to keep a few trees next to the city center. Just a few, something like that. Okay, there we go. Oh, the other thing we haven't done, let's pause the game a little bit. Okay, so we've painted that, so that's going to be the extraction zone, at least as a starting point. Okay, now we need to say, well, we're going to need some stone cutters. Okay, so we're going to need some stone cutters over here, and we're going to need some wood cutters. I thought I paused the game. Anyway, some wood cutters, and we're going to need some foragers. Okay, and we're going to need a market tender, and there we go. So the well still needs to be built, so we still have a builder. Okay, you can see immediately we're starting to cut some logs down over here, and see the little road developing over here. I just love it. I just love the that natural growth that we're starting to see here. As you can see now, we're losing a fair bit of money. And actually, can we bring up a budget screen of any kind? Toggle the resources panel. Okay, that's fine. We don't necessarily need that. But what I am interested in, desirability layers. So let's have a look. Residential desirability, close to the village center. Fertility, of course, for farming. And then iron ore is over here, so we'll probably end up with a mine over here. So to be honest, we might actually build our residential into this area, but that'll grow as we get stuff done. Okay, so immediately some stuff is happening. So let's just get out of this layers view and see. So what's happened? So we've got 4 new buildings. Your villages have reached a new status of serf, and we've completed the well. Okay, so if I have a look here, who is the serf? Basically, so Jane is a serf, okay? And there's 2 needs here. Follow this villager. So there's need for berries and a need for water, and that has been fulfilled. But I don't think that is actually see a serf. That was what was it? They're all serfs now. I think it's newcomers. I think newcomers is what's happening before that. They're all serfs now. That means they now have a requirement for lodging and a requirement for clothes. So now we immediately need to start working our way towards that. Okay. But in order for us, so let's have a look at our new buildings. So see, all of a sudden there's a lot more stuff happening. So we still need a sawmill. We still need a bit of a warehouse. Now there's a sheep farm. Okay, and there is also a weaver's hut, and there's a clothes market, and there's a wooden gate. Okay, interesting. And then there's a lord's manor and a forester's camp, and all these kind of things starting to happen over here. So this thing just keeps growing and growing and growing. So that's quite good. What I want to do is start producing sheep farms. I mean wool sheep farms. So that's 50. The sawmill, what is going to need planks? The warehouse does not need planks. Or is that planks? I can't actually see what that is. Oh, the warehouse needs planks. So we're going to need a sawmill if we want to build a warehouse. This one does not need planks. So the sheep farm we can build. And we need to get to a point where we actually need some more people, and we don't want to spend too much money and all these kind of things. The clothes market also needs only wood. So we can start by building, so we're going to need a sawmill at some point. I'm thinking we can start by building a bit of a sheep farm, and we will squeeze that in somewhere like this. Okay, so we'll build our sheep farm over there. 2 new villagers are joining the village. I am happy to hear that, because we need more people. Oh, I didn't want to close the villager menu. Leave them down here so we can see the villager list, and we probably need to leave it at the top here so that the list can get longer and longer. Okay, so that's being built. When are my new villagers coming? Over here, can we see something? 8 serfs. Happiness is at 75. Rises what? Happiness of 75 rises time of 33. Here comes the 2 new villagers. So we'll see if they join this list immediately when they get here. So I'm guessing the trader will also come in from there. So maybe a warehouse over here will be good. Yep, there we go. 2 new villagers has arrived. So we've got a builder here, but what we're also going to need to do is we're going to need to make our way towards a sawmill. So the sawmill is kind of what I'm gonna want to put it right over there. So I'm actually using the natural kind of pathways that's kind of happening over here. Okay, so where's the door to the sawmill though? I've no idea really. But what we'll do is, I think that's the door. So what we'll do is we'll squeeze it in there. So that's the sawmill. That costs a lot of money to do. Let's make another builder. Excellent. So it's not it's not fast paced. It's a fairly slow paced game, but I find it so much fun to just think about how we're planning all of this out and how we're developing naturally, and the little roads, and how you want people to be fairly close to their jobs and all these kind of things. And we probably need to start allocating a bit of a space for residential. And let us do that. Well, we'll do that now. Let's just get these things up and running, and then we'll make our way into that. People will be requiring lodging soon, so we'll look into that. The area, so that they can start building some houses. I'm kind of thinking, yeah, we'll have to have a look at how best we squeeze in some housing. Lots of stuff happening, taking a little bit of time to get all of this built. Waiting for stone over here. That's done. So now we will need a bit of a shepherd over here to tend the sheep for us. Our our income is still fairly low at this point in time. Okay. Yeah, it's taking a little bit longer, huh? Can we go up to 5? Yeah, there we go. Okay, now let's pause it. We have a new quest to build a Lord Manor. But we need like 12 serfs to be able to do that. So, one of our builders, let's say Lucy, is going to become a carpenter. Good stuff. So we'll start getting some planks. Then the next thing we want to build is a weaver's hut, so that we can start getting some clothes produced. And this is what side is the entrance? So we'll do a little something like that, making use of the natural. There we go. Oh, and the other thing that I was just thinking, I need to spawn sheep here, right? Please remove one. Upkeep cost. So let's spawn some sheep. Okay, so we've got a few sheep there. Let's see. There they go. 4. So we add what? We'll do 6 sheep. So they're hanging out over there. The weaver's hut is starting to be built. And we're going to need more people soon, so hopefully they are on their way. We should also be generating some planks now. That might have been a little bit close, because the next thing I'm going to need to do is the clothes market. Actually, the clothes market, 2 new villages are joining, which is a good idea. Whoa. So, how do I do this without it looking too funny? At the back there. Yeah, let's extend this a little bit to the back there. Something like that. Clothes market over there. 2 new villages joining, the Lord Manor and the Forester's Camp. Okay, the Forester's Camp is what you need to actually reforest this area. At the moment, we're not in deep trouble just yet, but we are going to be at some point. So, we're also going to start needing a warehouse. If we want to do some trading, we're going to need to do a warehouse. So let's have a look. Build walls, territory, budget. Oh, there's the budget and there's trade. Yeah, absolutely. We'll start doing that. We're generating some wool at the moment, I believe. Okay, we've got 2 unemployed here. Building complete is the clothes market. So we can have another market tender. Is that correct? And as soon as this is built, so when is this built? What are we waiting for? Tools. Oh my goodness, that's not good. That's not good. Well, in terms of building the warehouse, we don't actually need any tools. So let's build the warehouse. And what I'll do is I'm going to build the warehouse to the back of this over here. Yeah, just something like that. So let's build the warehouse over there. Make sure we have another builder in place, maybe. Okay, let's have a quick look. So I'm running out of stuff. Okay, so let's get the trading going. New villages are joining yet again. Okay, let's slow things down a little bit. Okay, we need 20 planks to unlock this one. We can't do bread just yet. So Davenport is what we are going to trade with, and we need 20 planks, and we're about 5 away from that. So let's we'll get there pretty soon, I'm hoping. See, so it's a fairly involved. You just need to make sure that you understand your dependencies between the various pieces here. So again, now we've got 2 new villages over here. Okay, they've joined, they're meeting their needs. Oh, the other thing that they can obviously start doing is, let's do a bit of a residential zone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint our residential zone like that as a starting point. Whether we need more. Ooh, there's reforestation land as well, but we also obviously need a bit of a something there. Okay, so one of these can be a transporter, please, and that the transporter works here and brings goods over here. So as soon as we've got that, now we can unlock the trade route. So let's unlock this trade route. Okay, now what we need to do is let's pause it just for a second. So now trading resources. There's an interesting mechanic here. So we can, what do we want to trade? We'll trade berries if we've got enough. Oh, we've got tons of berries. So until inventory reaches a certain value or sell above the value. So that's basically what it's done. So we can sell, we can keep buying stuff until we get a certain value into the inventory, or we can sell anything above. So I think what we're going to do is we're just gonna keep, we just need enough food for ourselves. And obviously in these type of games you want to make sure that you have sufficient food for your people. So let's just put that at like 50. Again, we will sell, what is this? This is stone, right? Sell above a value. If we go above 50 stone, we'll sell that too. We don't want things to rack up, and we need the cash at the moment. We're out of money. We are practically out of money. So we need that trading done fairly quickly. Let's have a quick look. What do they trade? They do trade planks, stone, and berries. So that's basically it. So all we need to do, what does this mean? No idea what that means. So stone berries and planks, they don't actually trade wood. So again, we're gonna sell when it's above 50. So we're immediately gonna sell some berries, I believe. Okay, that's gonna be good for us to sell some berries. And then we're gonna wanna buy tools. But I'm not convinced we have the cash for it. So let's just buy 2 at a time so that it doesn't get out of hand, because what is it going to cost us? They sell tools to us for like 10 gold. That is a lot. Marble. Okay. Okay, so let's get that going. Let's keep going. 2 speed is a good one, I think. Oh, look at this. Our houses is immediately starting to pop up over here. So people will get happier. Our happiness is not very good. Enable immigration. Ah, okay. Some houses is completing. Good stuff. And yeah, so everything is starting to look nicely. We're going to need a forester's hut very soon to start to reforest this area over here. But yeah, I want to get this built at some point. So when does the trader actually arrive? I believe that's the trader. Looks a little bit like a trader to me. So hopefully they're going to start selling some stuff. Oh, here they go. Straight to the warehouse. And they have only bought some of our stuff. Haven't bought all of our berries. Didn't drop any tools. That is an interesting one. More houses popping up over here. Still wondering about this. Why don't we have any more tools? But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the trade again. And this time we're going to want to up this so that we at least have like 10, right? Yeah, 10. It just has to happen. It just has to happen. We need to get the clothes up and running. Got little limited stuff happening right over here. Now the house is completed, so people should be start to meet their needs for housing. I like it. This is our little village. Oh, there comes another house. My goodness. I think you want to kind of keep these areas fairly tight so that they fill them in. They fill them in nicely. My goodness, when am I going to see some more tools? Yeah, so stone happening, planks happening, berries happening, wood happening, everything's happening. We're seeing a bit of money, weekly profit at least. But yeah, the important thing is that we get the tools. How often does the trader come? Let's speed things up just a little bit so we get the tools to come in. And yet another house has been completed. People love that area. We are making a bit of money. But we need tools. We need the tools so that we can finish off this, so that we can start making clothes, and then people will have more needs. That's the great thing about this game. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. The forest is large. We'll have to go over here. 2 new villages are joining, but yet we don't have any tools. Yeah, we won't be able to buy all the tools, I think. Why are they not bringing us any tools? Have I got my settings wrong? Just let's have a look at this again. Trading resources. Tools. Buy until inventory reaches the value of 10. So we should be buying tools. I don't quite get what's going on. And when the trader comes and all these kind of things. So trade is enabled. We should be trading, right? I just don't quite get why we are not. So now we certainly need to start working on the forester's camp. So let's have a quick look. The forester's camp costs us 50 gold to do, which we can probably afford, and we can build it. Yeah, so let's get the forester's camp up and running. Okay, where's the door? I'm guessing the door is over there. Perfect. So let's get the forester's camp over there. We'll start squeezing that in. And then as soon as that build... Is that the trader? Come on, bring me the tools, guys. We need to finish off this Weaver's workshop thingy. Tools! I don't get why we're not purchasing the tools. Forester's camp is up and running. I keep closing this. Emily is going to be our forester, right? Forester. There we go. Oh, and we need a bit of an area there. So let's quickly paint the area for reforestation. We'll do it towards the back there. Up to there. Maybe we're not going to do it on top of this. There we go. So we'll keep reforesting that area. Oops. I love the way this works. This is a mechanic you don't see in games. Not all that often. So again, we still don't have any tools. And there's some issue with the tools over here. Come on, come on. What is happening? Okay, please buy tools. Please. You should be selling tools to me. Come on. Bring the tools. So this is going to be the tools? Bring the tools. Tools. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why we're not getting any tools. But I think that's where we're going to call it into this episode. So what I'll try and do between episodes is find out what's going on with the tools. Because I believe it should be working. So I'll have a quick look. Yeah, and we've got some unemployed people, which we should probably, let's quickly put that into, we'll add a stone cutter, and we will add a wood cutter, and we can add a forester, and we can add, for now, we'll add a carpenter as well, so that we can maintain our production, so that we can get some cash income from that. At least that's better than having people be unemployed. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've liked it, is this the kind of game you like? This is a new series, so I would appreciate very much if you hit the like button, leave some comments. It looks pretty good graphics wise. Look at our new trees coming in. Anyway, I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.